welcome to my podcast. I'm going to do only a little bit out here because the leaf blowers, I think just the intro, and then I'm going to go inside. So this is going to be a maker's podcast. I'm going to be showcasing some woodworking, I believe one sewing project, a few knitted projects. I don't have a whole lot of whips to show you. I think I only have, no, I have four whips, which not as many as last time, which is nice, but I did cast off a few of the whips from the last podcast, so I'm excited to show y'all those. So what I'm wearing, this is my own design. I'm calling it the Osage vest, and I'm currently working on the pattern now. I'm hoping to, I would really like to open it up to test knits, but if I can't find enough people, then that's that, and I'll just release it as is. Just sipping on a little mocha here. It has since cooled down quite a bit. I think I should probably go inside and show y'all all of my finished objects and all of my works in progress. Okay, now we are inside. I hope y'all are doing well. And love to hear from you in the comments if possible. If you're willing to reach out in the comments. I really enjoy seeing everyone's comments. I know on my last video, something happened where, with the format of the video and then with the editing. So I tried as best as I could, and it still looked like there was some kind of filter on there. So I might just, I don't know, I might eventually take that video down. No, not very many people watched it anyways, so I don't think it'll be really missed. I will be, talking about a few pieces that I have finished that I think were whips in that video, but I mean, overall, I don't think that anybody's gonna miss it. It just wasn't a very good quality video. I think I pretty much have everything figured out now, so hopefully no further issues like the last video. First off, I have a self-drafted beanie, 2x2 rib, and I could have afforded to do a few decreases before I started on the stockinette portion. It kind of bunches up. You can kind of see there how it bunches up. I haven't blocked it just because I'm afraid it's going to grow so much. This is Cascade 220, and I'll look it up and I'll put it, actually for all of the projects that I finished and all of the projects that I am working on, I'll put all of the information down here. But yeah, overall, I really like this beanie. I've worn it quite a lot, but yeah, I really like the fit of this one. And if I were to ever knit or make a knitting pattern for this, I would definitely add in some decreases before continuing on with the stockinette portion. So I would add it in right here, right where that flip is. So. But yeah, that is the 2x2 rib brim beanie drafted by myself. And then next I have the weekend hat by Petite Knit. I didn't do the second fold portion, and I wish that I had, because I don't like tight-fitted beanies at all. And because this is ribbed, 1x1 rib, it is very tight-fitting to my head. Unlike this, where, you got that extra bit, and I do enjoy that. So I might be ripping it back and, see. I don't know, I feel like I look so silly. Yeah. Little mushroom hat. I'm not gonna wear this unless I do that, so I should probably just do that. I should put this in my fix pile, which I do have. I have 2 sweaters in that fix pile too, the first 2 sweaters that I made, and just need to sit down one day and finish them. My next finished object is the cloud sweater by Petite Knit. I love this so much. I wear it all the time, literally all the time. Except it's a lie because I'm not wearing it right now. But yeah, I really like this. There's still, I am horrible at weaving in ends. I will wear, if they're not poking out, or even if they are kind of, sometimes I won't weave them in. Some garments I will be very good about it, and then others, I am not. So you win some, you lose some. But I really like this. I knit this in Holstgarn Super Soft, which is their, I believe, merino in the color Donkey, and then the alpaca silk lace weight in the color Walnut. And it just created this perfect grayish brown color. I, like everyone else, I'm very into brown right now. I mean, I just love neutral colors, neutral and natural colors in general. The reason why I knit this, specifically in this color as well, is because I have a brown sweater that I thrifted several years ago, and it just didn't fit right. Like the ribbing is kind of tight on it, so, and it's long, so I have a short torso, so even longer on me, and every time I wear it, I have to like pull on the bottom of it like super hard multiple times just to, so it doesn't cling to my hips. And that's the only part that clings, is to my hips. And it's just not comfy for me. I don't feel confident in it. So I made this brown sweater and I love it so much. I definitely want to make another cloud sweater, but in a different color, and then also just more brown things. I want to make more brown sweaters, vests, beanies, what have you. Yeah. I feel like neutral colors look really good on me. They look good on everybody, but I don't know why I just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it's like perceived as boring, whatever, but I feel the most confident in it, in like the neutral colors, like the most cozy. Maybe because I can like blend in. That's getting to, yeah. Maybe. All right, next one. The Road Sweater by Ozetta. I knit this in Cascade 220. I don't remember the number name, but I know it's olive oil, which is a big reason why I chose it. Also because I just love chartreuse a lot. My favorite sheep sticker that I've made is this little chartreuse sheep. So now I am the sheep, and that makes me so happy. So happy. So yeah, I really love this sweater. I've only worn it once, surprisingly, like out. I've worn it once out. I've worn it around the house before, but yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, I've been loving 2x2 rib lately, and I only just discovered Cascade 220. Like, I knew about it, but I never actually looked into it. And then I had this idea of making some beanies to sell, so I got a whole bunch of different colors. I was watching a YouTube video. I can't remember the YouTuber who was talking about it, but it's one of their favorite yarns. And oh, and they had knit something using it, I think, and had mentioned that they have a lot of color options. So I checked them out, and oh my gosh, all of their colors that they carry are just my colors. They're so pretty. So this is the Oslo beanie in, I think this is Double Sunday. I'm pretty sure this is Double Sunday as well. I don't remember what color, naturally. I don't remember. So down here it goes once I find it. It's very cute though. I like it. I like it a lot, especially with my brown sweater, my cloud blouse. I like it. I need to block it, so I'm gonna do that soon. While I was looking for that Oslo beanie, I found another project. I have way more finished objects than I was thinking I did. This is the Cumulus top by Petite Knit. It has been folded, so it does have some creases in it, but I knit this in Tin Line by Santa's Garden in the burgundy color. And I had knit it potentially for my friend's wedding if I didn't like the dress that I had made. I didn't end up wearing this. I ended up wearing the dress that I made, which was the Zadie dress by Paper Theory. And I just used some navy blue cotton. All right, so you can kind of see it's pretty light. The wedding was in Alabama in the beginning of October, so I thought it might be a little warm. I stayed up pretty late the night before we needed to leave, the night before we needed to leave. I think I stayed up until about midnight. Hadn't packed anything because I was solely working on this dress. I got it done. I think I was working on it a total of 2 nights because I had another pattern in mind and it did not fit me well at all. Like, I made it using some cotton muslin just to make sure that the fit was fine and everything before I used my nice fabric. And yeah, I would have had to do some major modifications to it for it to actually fit me well. It was very strange. Yeah, it was a waste of like 20 something dollars, so that's awesome. So, finally settled on, because I know a lot of people have made the Zadie jumpsuit and the Zadie dress for special occasions before. Plenty of people have. And I've only heard great things about it, and I knew there were a lot of great tutorials on it, which were awesome. I did have to rip it back, or like undo a few things a few times, but eventually I ended up with a full Zadie dress, and I love it so much. I will definitely be making the jumpsuit. I ended up emailing the maker of the Zadie dress and Zadie jumpsuit and asked if, because they have an extension for the, like if you buy the jumpsuit, then you can purchase the dress extension for $7 and you don't have to pay the full $20 for the pattern. So since I started with the Zadie dress, that wasn't an option since there's only the dress extension. So I ended up emailing the pattern maker, pattern designer, and they allowed me to purchase the Zadie jumpsuit. So they gave me like a coupon code and yeah, let me do that. So I will be making the jumpsuit as well since I love the dress so much. I don't have any fabric picked out for that yet, but I'll let y'all know whenever that is a project. The second to last finished project, yay, I believe, is the self-drafted, sorry, it is a little wrinkly, but self-drafted tank top. This is just a cotton fabric that I got from Blackbird Fabrics a little while ago and made this, and I, for like the, can't remember what this is called, but the lining for the neckline and everything. So if you turn it inside out, you can see like the lining and everything to create that clean line at the neckline and the clean armholes and everything. So the inside isn't super pretty. Lines up pretty well though. That's pretty awesome with the bottom piece. I watched Sydney Graham's kind of tutorial on how to draft your own. I can't remember if it was tank top specific. I know she was making a tank top, but I can't remember if she was, I'm pretty sure it was just, yeah, tank top specific. Mine does not look like hers. It doesn't have any darts or anything. Hers was a square neckline, I believe. Mine is not, but same concept as far as construction. Yeah, I just had a linen top that I like. I wish it were a little bit longer. I did crop it not long ago because I wasn't wearing it because it was too long, and I cropped it too short. So I made this using that tank top, just kind of traced it out, and then made one using cotton muslin and adjusted, and then ended up with the final product here. And I wear that all the time too, especially with my champagne cardigan, which is kind of like this color. It's Oatmeal by Knitting for Olive. Yeah, I wear that in my black balloon pants. But the last finished object is a shelf that I made. I bought some, I believe it's some kind of pine, so it was pretty soft. They just sell it as whiteboard. I got it at Lowe's, and I just cut some slats into each board for a very basic explanation and then fitted them together. And yeah, I needed it for my knitwear specifically because I didn't really have a shelf for my knitwear, and I wanted to kind of showcase my knitwear a bit better. So I made that shelf. I'll have some pictures here if I haven't put them up already. It took me about 2 weeks to make, mostly focusing on it on the weekends, and yeah, I'm very happy with the finished project. Even though it's not fully finished, I need to add one more shelf at the bottom there. I feel like that shouldn't take very long though. So I had just gotten a skill saw before working on this project, and for some reason I just ended up using my Japanese saw for the entire thing. Instead of it taking like 2 hours, maybe, it took 2 weekends. Because I was just determined to hand saw everything, which is, I feel, the ADHD way. It's just so much more satisfying, I guess. It's, yeah, I don't know. Even though it's more work. It was fun and I'm very proud of it. I'm working on the Storm Sweater Man for my partner, Jordan, and I am using Cascade 220 Storm Sweater Man by Petite Knit. Using the Cascade 220 in color 1081. I don't know the actual name color because they don't put it on their tags, but it's like a stormy sea. I'm pretty sure the color name has to do with the sea in some way, or like a storm. Like, I think that's a big reason why he chose that. Yes. I'm not very far at all. Like, this is just the very beginning. I'm still in the short rows even. Yeah, you can see I still have a few short rows. But this is going to be a pretty long project, making the, I think, large or extra large. Can't remember. Oh no. I'm gonna have to count the number of stitches on my needle to figure that out, because I don't think I notated it in Ravelry either. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. And then next I have the Hannah sweater, which I am very excited for. This is using Knitting for Olive Merino held double. This is the slate green Knitting for Olive Merino held double, and I am so excited for that like tight V-neck. I think it's gonna look so nice in this color too. Sorry, a microphone. Yeah, it's gonna look so nice in this color. I've been trying to find the perfect pattern for this yarn because I love the color so much. It's just a really deep green. It's so pretty. There's like, yeah, just little flecks of like brighter green, and then there's a lot of depth to this yarn, I feel. So that, I think I've been working on this mostly out of all of my works in progress, all my whips. And then I'm still working on my blue handkerchief or kerchief. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you will have seen this. You've seen me work on this. And yeah, I'm using Sunday by Santa's Garden in the color, I think it's just blue. Pretty sure it's just blue. And yeah, just a nice contrasting color to all of my neutrals that I've been knitting up lately. So yeah, and I'm just kind of just doing garter stitch throughout the whole thing, and I can't remember what the name of this increase is called, but it's the same increase that is featured in the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. It's the, like, you knit one normally and then you don't slip it off of the needle, but instead you go around the front loop and you go through the back and you knit through the back, so you end up knitting 2 through 1 stitch. And yeah, it's just a nice kind of clean increase. And for the decrease, I'll probably I might just do knit 2 together. Yeah, because if I do like slip one and then knit one and then slip it over the next, it's gonna create these like lines along the edge. So I think I might just do knit 2 together for the decreases once I get there. I was planning, which I don't know why, I was planning on knitting half of it, because I have 2 balls of this. I was planning on knitting half of it with this, which I've barely made a dent in, and then using my other ball for the decrease half. But that, I feel like that's going to, 1, take forever to make because it's going to be massive, and 2, it's going to be massive. So, we'll see. We'll see about that. Like, I never really think to work on it, but once I'm holding it, it's kind of addicting. I wish socks weren't, didn't have to be such a tiny circumference. I guess they don't have to be, but if you want them to fit your feet, you kind of need them to be. But like, I really enjoy knitting on tiny needles. Just not tiny circumference. I'm sure a lot of people are like that though. And I actually just recently started, learned how to use DPNs. It's way easier than I thought it was. And it's nice. I enjoy it. All right, the last thing that I have for my whips is I want to say the salted caramel sweater. It might just be the caramel sweater. Is the baby one. I'm making this for my friend's baby. I really hope it should fit because it's pretty big. I just need to do the sleeves and then the neck, and then I can mail it off. Yeah, Very cute. I really like the color work a lot. It's super cute. And I hope they like it. It might be a little, like, it is kind of long, but, you know, I can, like, roll it up or what have you. Yeah, and then when blocking it, I'm going to try to stretch it out width-wise a bit more. So maybe it'll shrink the body a bit more. Won't be quite as long. But yeah, so I am knitting this in Drops Daisy. It's Drops Daisy. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I'm actively working on. Of course, I have plenty of other whips that are just chilling. I haven't touched in a little while, and once I start working on those again, I'll definitely, you know, they'll be in the lineup, they'll be in the videos. For now, that's about it. And then one last thing I kind of wanted to run through. I've been reading quite a lot this year, which was my goal. You know, any previous year, I enjoyed reading, but I never actually put an effort into it. It was, yeah, kind of a struggle just to pick up a book and read. So I've been really good about it this year, as was my goal. My goal was to read 12 books this year. I am at 10. We are mid-November, so better get going. I am reading, I don't remember what the name of the book is, but it's another one of Holly Black's books. It's in the same world as, like, The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, The Queen of Nothing, all of those. Just goes off of somebody else's story, who is a character in these books. So I'm enjoying it, and I imagine it'll go by very quickly. I flew through all of Holly Black's, I can't remember the name of this series, something of the air. I imagine it won't be very difficult for me to get to 12 by December 31st, which is my birthday. But next year, I plan on reading like 15 books. Yeah, both me and Jordan love books. Like, I love just owning books, and then, like, I've always had the intention on reading them, of course. I just never actually put in the effort, I guess, to read them. So some of the books that I've read in the past, I believe 6 months. I've done most of my reading in the last 6 months. Like, I've read a lot in the last 6 months. So I read this series. I don't have a few of them. Some of them I rented from the library. These are very, very good. So good. They made me kind of realize that I am into fantasy, which is so silly because I love The Lord of the Rings. Like, that's one of my favorite worlds ever. So I should have known that I would enjoy fantasy novels. But yeah, those are really good. Highly recommend those. And then after that, I ended up reading When the Emperor Was Divine by Julie Otsuka. And this was a very good book. I really like the way that it was written. It was kind of written in the third person as like a narrative, but didn't, like, none of the characters had like specified names. It was just like the son, the daughter, the father, and felt kind of mundane. Nothing really happened. I mean, things happened, but it very much seemed like that was the point. They were just bored. They were bored and they weren't allowed to leave, and because of that, it was very psychological. All in all, a fairly, like, pretty sad book, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. It was good. I enjoyed it, and it wasn't that long of a read. It was good. Then I read The Ministry of Time, which, very good. I do definitely recommend. Time travel is possible. Yeah, definitely recommend this. Barack Obama, this was on his reading list. Let's see. One of Barack Obama's favorite books of the summer, winner of a Goodreads Choice Award, a Good Morning America Book Club pick. Yeah, it's good. I highly recommend this. There's some romance, and yeah, just overall a great story. It's, yeah, really good. And then after that, I read Annihilation, which that was it was very dreadful, very eerie, and I did not... I feel like I need to have some kind of connection to the characters, like a lot of character building, and there wasn't a whole lot of that in here. It was just kind of, which makes sense because this was supposed to be kind of like a journal entry situation. So there's not a lot of, like, it was like a journal entry from a scientist. So not a lot of emotion, feeling in here, which I think I do prefer. Jordan has read all 4 of the books now, and he said that book 2 and 3 are more of what I would like. They're more of a like personal, I guess like you build a relationship with the characters kind of, and there's more character building in those books rather than this, which is more of a like scientific account, which I still enjoyed quite a lot, and obviously like I finished the book. But yeah, I definitely do recommend reading this and then continuing on with the series. So yeah, I'm gonna read the second book after I'm done with the Holly Black book that I'm reading. Oh, The Stolen Heir. That's what I'm reading right now. The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. So that's that. I've been knitting, I've been sewing, I've been doing woodworking, and then I have been reading. And that's pretty much my life. Well, and work. So, tech support. I hope y'all are doing great. I would love to hear about what you're up to. I'd love to hear what you were working on, if anything, while you were watching this video. And what are your whips? Any finished projects that you're super stoked on? I would love to hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna put some IKEA furniture together and renovate, kind of. I'm gonna move some things around in the bedroom, try to make it more homey, because right now it's kind of a storage unit a little bit. So I'm excited for that, and I should be getting some Blackbird fabric today. So I will be doing some sewing projects that I can't wait to show y'all next episode. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye!